Nicola Sturgeon has been reminded of the financial benefits Scotland is receiving due to being part of the United Kingdom by Housing Secretary Robert Jenrick. The Conservative MP told Sky News Kay Burley that the furlough scheme will be available to everyone in the UK including Scotland until December 2, at which point Rishi Sunak will review the level of financial support. Mr. Jenrick stressed that only being part of the Union would see access to the benefits the UK government are implementing to combat the economic damage of the coronavirus pandemic. The Housing Secretary said, "Everybody throughout the United Kingdom today can be assured that furlough at 80% will be available until December 2. This is important because in England we have got these further restrictions in place. There are further measures in place in the other devolved administrations as well." Ms. Burley replied, "What happens if it goes past December 2 in Scotland? If Nicola Sturgeon decides that she wants to keep the country in a lockdown past that date, will they still get the furlough scheme?" Mr. Jenrick said, "That is a decision the Chancellor will have to make at the time." The Sky News host interjected, "It seemed to be the promise made by the Prime Minister yesterday. I am asking whether that is guaranteed or not." The Conservative MP responded, "What the Prime Minister said yesterday was that we will continue to provide the financial support that Scotland needs so that Scottish people get the benefit of being part of the Union. Only being part of the Union can provide these benefits, and that includes the furlough scheme, which is a UK-wide scheme. It will available to everyone in the UK until December 2. At that point the Chancellor will have to decide what its future is." On Monday, Scotland's First Minister said regarding the furlough scheme, "At this stage, the indication is that the more generous furlough scheme is only going to be available for the next month during the period of England's lockdown. We continue to press the case that it should be available to devolved administrations whenever it is needed. I think most reasonable people think this would be the fair position. I, with colleagues in the Welsh and Northern Ireland government, have pressed that point very firmly at the COBRA meeting which has just concluded." Ms. Sturgeon added, "If we know furlough is available without a limit of time, we might still ultimately have to act, but we could give ourselves a bit more time to assess the situation and not take decisions too quickly that would involve more restrictions on people. However, if the furlough extension is time-limited, we face having to take that decision more quickly because we will be faced with the risk of not acting now, meaning we have to act later."